Scott downtown on the good coverage that time. And that's the type of play that they got from their special teams to get the easy touchdown. 16-yard return that really spurred on the Miami Hurricanes. You look at the scoring drive, not much to that particular drive. We're pleased to have in the booth with us Commissioner Mike Slive of Conference USA that will be visiting with us through the third quarter. Miami on the offense, and Anderson now is going to have to get it going. There's Floyd. And the Memphis fans want a flag, but there's not one on the Liberty Bowl Stadium turf.
Don, I have to agree with the fans on that one. It appeared that the Miami defender had his hands all over Richie Floyd. As we see right here, Eugene Ridgely on the coverage. Floyd has him to the inside, and the ball is perfectly thrown right there. You see the left hand, the right hand. He mugged him. I mean, he mugged him before the ball got there.
And Rip Shear, he is not a happy camper, and if you saw that replay, you can certainly understand his feeling. So it just goes in an incomplete pass, so the Tigers not getting the benefit of what should have been a penalty against the Hurricanes, and Anderson nowhere to go because Michael Lawson was there.
Something the Hurricane defense had not been doing in the first half, containing Anderson as he attempts to roll out. Right there, beautifully defensed, and nowhere for Anderson to roll.
So now it's going to be third. And Commissioner, we mentioned at the top of the telecast, your first handoff was a good one last night. Boy, you had to be excited, though. What a night, huh?
Don, it was a great night, you know, to have an inaugural game, to put the football in the Hall of Fame, and we all worked so hard to make this happen. It's a great weekend for us.
3rd and 10. Anderson, good protection, fires it wide to the right. It was intended for Chancey Carr, the split in, and we'll see the Memphis punting unit. And also, Commissioner, a big surprise. You know, Tulane, many felt, would be at the bottom of the league, and they knock off the preseason favorite in Cincinnati.
Maybe they're going to have a topsy-turvy season down it, and this league is going to be a lot tighter, I think, than some of the people thought. Tulane really came out with a great game plan.
The Green Wave winning that game last night in the inaugural Conference USA game, 34-14. This time, good protection for Paramore. You got to watch this guy, Benton. He has some speed, and he has some blockers as he cuts it back to the inside, now again to the outside. And this guy is on his way for the Miami touchdown. Well, we mentioned the fact, Anthony, that he was explosive. A 50-yard punt, actually, and then the punt return by Magic Benton, and his first name certainly very close to what he was able to perform on that punt return that we're going to see again in a moment. Here's a talented freshman, Dotson, and he's knocked down shy of the 20-yard line, and boy, what...
So then they had some great intersectional rivalries, and our people will be able to schedule better now that they're in the league, and without the pressures of having to schedule all their games outside, it's going to make it difficult to see it.
Well, certainly the Memphis Tigers trying to get something going on offense. Kenny Holmes makes a stop on Andre Woods, who we see for the first time. A redshirt junior from here in Memphis. On the draw play, not much there, actually a loss of a yard. And Commissioner, I know after the success of basketball last year and many of the other Olympic sports, a lot of work goes into football, but I know things have really fallen into place.
They really have, Don. Obviously, we're really thrilled with our Fox Sports Television plan with you and Anthony with us for the season, and that's going to be a critical component of what we're doing. In addition, we're going to expand this league. We're not going to stay at 6. I guess.
For the season, and the key to this is really drinking a lot during the week. And just drinking more than you really believe you have to drink.
Anderson back to throw. Penalty marker this time as Bernard Olden. The flag comes, but Olden made the catch. And somewhat of a tongue-in-cheek round of applause from the Liberty Bowl faithful that are here. Eugene Ridgely, junior out of Marrero, Louisiana, on the play.
We'll see it right here, and you mentioned the applause by the fans. Of course, Richie Floyd not getting the call earlier. See, first of all, here it is. He's got him. First of all, he's got him. He's holding him, and then the contact. So they finally get a flag.
10 yards from the previous spot. First down.
And that was the call. You know what they say at Churchill Downs in the paddock? Riders up. He was up that time, and it cost him the flag. Commissioner, of course, at the end of this season, as you look at the penalty yardage, 4 penalties now on each team. The winner of Conference USA or East Carolina will come back here and will play as the Conference USA champion in the Liberty Bowl. And I know that's crucial to have an affiliation with a bowl.
That's the third component, Don. We were talking about building our football program to the point where it's as good as our basketball program, and we're just delighted to be able to have a tie with the Liberty Bowl. And hopefully we may well have East Carolina in our league, and then the issues about East Carolina and Conference USA champion will just disappear.
Well, Scruggs, the ball carrier that time, it was Holmes that wrapped him up and threw him back. Commissioner, a beautiful facility here. I think the crowd we have today, I think the fact that, and Rip Shear said, hey, we're at a conference now. This game is important, but it's not the end of the season by any stretch. They really have something to play for, and I know any coach wants to have that opportunity.
And the way we've structured it, Don, is that the conference champion will go to the bowl based on the conference record. So that playing these games are critical and helpful to the league, but they're not critical to our championship.
And that's an excellent point. Anderson, good play action, and he fires wide open. That's the freshman Dotson, and the biggest offensive play of the day comes from a quarterback, a senior, to a freshman that many feel will make a lot of noise in Conference USA for 4 years, 47 yards.
Again, Anderson going with the play-action fake right there to Keith Cobb. And Damian Dotson gets wide open as he turns. He lifts it off, turns to the right, and he gets behind the defender. Now it's just a matter of making something happen and get as much yards as he can before he gets out of bounds. But again, that was set up by the play-action fake by Anderson.
And an excellent throw, nice catch to the Parade High School All-American. Here's Cobb fighting for some tough yardage going forward.
Nicks one through there, and it's going to open up big and going to run more than just a couple yards.
This time the option to Anderson. What a move by Anderson. And he's in for the touchdown.
Run to perfection. Anderson spins, coming out. If we can stop it right here, there's a key block. But here's the play as Anderson continues. He comes up, and Earl Little, if we can keep it going here, Earl Little is there. He's put in really a bad situation. He has to either take the pitch man or get the quarterback. A nice fake by Anderson that says, hey, he's taking the pitch man, so I'm keeping it. 6 points. The extra scrimmage, and then you get some blocks downfield. You have an opportunity to fake or pitch it or keep it with the guy, one guy in the middle of two. They just did it to perfection.
Well, Miami started to bring it out of there, but Trent Jones went over in front of number 3 from the Miami Hurricanes, Tremaine Mack, who thought about it, then thought better of it. Rip Shear, what a job he's doing here in Memphis. And Commissioner, we see the young freshman Dotson. We haven't talked much about Kenton Evans, probably the quarterback of the future. Parade High School All-Americans. That's the immediate impact of being in a conference, isn't it?
And that's what Rip will tell you, that they had tremendous recruiting success. They went after the blue chip football player in the city of Memphis that really hasn't been done before and said, we're going to stake our ground. They got the kids, and the conference made a difference for them.
Miami now goes on the offense under pressure. Intercepted. It's picked off by Marcus Gary. And just like that, the Tiger defense gives it back.
Marcus Gary making the interception. Talk about momentum after a long drive. You got it right here.
So the Tigers right back in business. Cobb on the swing pass. Cobb inside the 10.
Got out there, didn't take one down, but 2 Miami defenders.
Reeves, the big fullback, fights his way to about the 6-yard line in the last 13 years. Unprecedented. Here's the option, and Anderson loses his footing this time. Roderick
had a chance to bury Memphis, but tells me that they have some confidence that they believe they can play with the team like Miami, and they're showing that right here.
Anderson throws it right across the middle, and it's intercepted by the freshman Roderick Mack. And final 5 minutes and change in the third quarter here in the Liberty Bowl. Motion by Daphnis. On a sweep to the near side, McMillan, and boy, great pursuit again by the Tiger defense.
Memphis defense.
Third down and a long three. And on delay, McMillan, second effort, and I don't know, it all depends on the spot. It's going to be very...
Guys, there's a total change in the mood right now from that interception. They were really hyped up when they got the interception. Then when they threw it, they came back. They're a little down, disappointed. They really wanted to score that time.
Again, McMillan gets the carry. This guy, when he gets in the open field, could do a lot of damage. And that huge offensive line and the... A 17-yard run by McMillan there. Not much on this play for the Hurricanes. Well, Commissioner, yeah, we mentioned Maddie and Tulane played in the first CUSA football game ever, and the Green Wave with the upset at Nippert Stadium. Here's the dangerous Benton, makes the catch, spins away, and a nice hustling play by the...
Because Hogan's number 14, one of the stars, he's cramping up out there. This heat's really getting to the players.
That's a 14-yard pickup to Benton. Williams now in the backfield, number 30. The swing pass to McMillan. Oh, and this time, Hogan's, we just spoke of him. Pass the word, Hogan's is back.
And he cramped McMillan style by putting a big hit on him there. Well, I tell you, if he had any problems cramping, he didn't show it there. See it right here. You can feel this one coming as you see. Oh! And that wasn't with the full impact. That was more of a shoulder arm hit there. And right there you can see the big arms that did that.
The fourth unassisted tackle by Hogan's, a preseason All-Conference USA selection. And McMillan, he darts through his hole, and he darts into the second to get the season underway, and we have certainly had a lot of excitement in this one here. A fumble, it's still on the ground, but I think the Canes were right back on top of it.
That time the Canes threw a little wrinkle into their offense. You've not seen this counter play. They pulled the backside, but that Memphis defense is right there. Let's watch this. Maybe the ball's a little wet from all the perspiration down there. He never really had control. It was right there. It was a good handoff, but he never had control. He had blockers out in front of him, but you have to get that football first in order to run.
That was Edward James, a freshman. Well, that's what the Hurricanes have done since they run for 150 yards, but they don't have that total yet in this one. There's a pass complete. Defense really changes the passing game. So instead, they go to McMillan, who's trying to fight for the first down, and he's going to be close. Richard Hogan's right there again, 6 and off to the start. The way it ended in 95 as they ripped off 7 straight wins. Penalty markers down, a lot of motion. McMillan gets the carry, and I tell you what, this guy for a little 17-7. McMillan again the carry. This time he runs into a hook.
You get to a certain point, and it's hard to replenish. Therefore, you're past that point, and you continue to cramp.
Here's the give. Straight up the middle, it goes to Carlo Joseph, and he takes it in for the touchdown, but we have a penalty marker on.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I think once.
Okay, Ryan Clement to throw it, throws a dart into the arms of...
Just like McMillan getting an opportunity running the football.
This goes to number 30, Nick Williams, who tries to bounce off and get a Miami first down. Well, you mentioned the fact, out of the eye, McMillan, and he has the...
And McMillan gets the first down.
McMillan, a guy that does move forward, though. He gets the carry again, fumbles the ball, but I think he fumbled it out of bounds. At about the 3.
Here we go again. Let's give it to McMillan once again. You see number 30, Nick Williams, not a bad guy to have in front blocking, but it was number 69, Manny Sanarez, making that hit. The ball came out, but it did go out of bounds. Now, what kind of, that'd be a nice changeup. You have McMillan at 217 carrying the ball, and you have Nick Williams back there who runs about 270.
How's that for a blocking fullback?
Blocking fullback, extra guard, whatever you want to call it.
Play action, looked like some movement, no penalty markers that I see. Into the end zone it goes, and it's incomplete. Oh, yeah. And that's what the Hurricanes needed when the lead was cut to 10, where it stands now. But will that change? Daphnis makes the stop, or makes the catch, and he fumbled as he was scoring. Had a scoring opportunity.
That's a good way to keep your defense fresh and to run down the opposing defense.
We're going to have a chance to see the freshman again, Damian Dotson. And Damian takes it, his best return of the day, across the 20, close to the 27-yard line.
Afternoon, and I'm sure right now that Hurricane defense is ready to go.
And now on the other hand, the Memphis offense needs to make sure that defense gets a blow, because they actually did hold him to a field goal. Keith Cobb, the junior from Cleveland, Tennessee.
I have water. I'm going to take care of it. Thanks for asking.
Okay, we just want to make sure you're okay.
That's why I love you guys.
Okay. Anderson on the rollout, under pressure, fires. Anderson going the entire distance up to this point for the Memphis Tigers. And he has good protection, fires behind Richie Floyd. Now we have a flag back very late, and it might be a late hit, a personal foul against. Be there for a while. Looked like he might have injured his left hand as well. Play action again. Anderson looking for Dotson, overthrows him, and it's intercepted. It's picked off by the Hurricanes. Dwayne Starks gets his second INT. He's still on his feet. Penalty markers all over the place.
Reshaping the landscape in college football, we'll have a champion of one of the 8 major conferences coming to Memphis, so we're real pleased with the tie-up with the conference.
Tell me real quickly about your affiliation with St. Jude.
Well, the St. Jude Liberty Bowl is the only bowl in America that really has a philanthropic, a hospital as our title sponsor, and the great work with the foundation that Danny Thomas started here at the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, so we're real proud to be able to bring some notoriety to the hospital.
And how are you feeling about the game today? How are things going for you?
Well, it's a good tight ball. Good tight ball game. Miami's going to be a very competitive team, and I think Memphis has shown that they can play with the big guys.
Yeah, you have to be impressed with this Memphis defense, the way they played in the first half and going into the second half.
That's right. They've been fighting them out tooth and nail. It's a great ball game.
There you have it, guys. Back to you.
Okay, Brian, thank you very much. Going to be glad to have you with us all season long. Here's a long one intended down through the golf tournaments. It's really, really a great thing that Danny Thomas, as they mentioned, started years ago, and just warms your heart to see what's been done here in the Memphis area. This one goes to Benton. He's got that great speed. It's a foot race, and nobody's going to catch Magic Benton, and he has been the offensive story of this game for the Miami Hurricanes as he takes this one 73 yards, and Ryan Clifford,
Who was making the attempt, 5'11", 199 junior, but he didn't get him.
Crossland good with the extra point. That one covered. Hope you'll be with us from Nippert Stadium in Cincinnati.
My backyard. You'll just come right up the road from your place, and we'll be in my backyard there in Clifton, the campus of UC.
We look forward to it. And the Miami special teams, good coverage that time.
Say, hey, guys, give me a little blocking. I'm new at this on this level.
One of those eager special teams players for the Hurricanes. This one complete to Floyd across the middle. And it's a Memphis first down out to about the 26-yard line. Tremaine Mack, the strong side safety out of Tyler, Texas.
Right here you see him, number 86, Richie Floyd. You know, it's not like Anderson's been pressured all afternoon. He's had some pretty good time. Right there you see the nice hands that Richie Floyd has, going up high with his hands, catching it and bringing it right into his body.
Anderson to throw. This one complete to the freshman, Damian Dotson. And it's going to be another Memphis first down if they mark it where it indicates that it will be, or at least it's going to be very close. Nope, it is the first down.
Take another look at the freshman. The local freshman, along with his teammate Kenton Evans, signed here and now playing for Memphis. Nice little out, getting that separation. Right there, takes it and goes out of bounds for the first down.
A bad exchange. Anderson Apes a chance to talk about the future plans that they have for Kenton Evans as the season moves along. 27-7. This one off thick, and the plans for Evans is for him to get playing time this season. We felt pretty much that he wouldn't get to play today. Right across the middle, it goes in and out of the hands of the receiver Kerry Cobb. Marcus Wimberly was there for the KD. But you know, quarterback's a whole different situation.
See, now you're looking from the viewpoint of a defensive back. You see the ball coming right over. It's nicely thrown there, but Cobb cannot hold on to it just as he's being hit. That's a catchable ball. You know you're going to get hit, especially going over the middle. You have to grab it with your hands. He tried to cradle it in his body, and it did not happen for him.
The Tigers forced the punt. I guess Benton's had enough. He decides to fair catch this one. He said, hey, I'll run one back for a touchdown.
For a punter to take.
20-yard punt. But you know what kickers do? They work on getting out of the way and avoiding contact. And a good
Point in the game where an offensive lineman just loves it because you can just get a little more weight going forward, just fire off and run block.
So the Hurricanes getting some fresh faces into the line. I tell you, I admire Butch the way he's handled so much of the off-field problems. He certainly has dealt with it, put it aside, we move on, he says. Once again, it goes to James, the freshman. Tell me, he doesn't want some clock. He's still going.
5 feet, pushing backwards.
A 15-yard pickup, and now Nick Williams, the fullback, that backs up Carlos. And Scott Covington, the sophomore from California, getting a chance other than in the shadow of his own goal line. How about James again? They're going to ride this horse down the field, and you can know that 19-play, 9-minute and 53-second drive really took the starch out of the the Memphis defense.
Mohid.
I'm glad you had that. Did it well, my friend. Here comes James again. He cuts it to the outside, finally pulled down inside. Get his books, go to class, and he said all of a sudden, things start to spin around a freshman's head. Look at this second effort, and look at the Memphis defense closing in on Carlo Joseph. Well, the Tigers have really put up a good fight today against the Hurricanes. A special team breakdown as much as anything. This pass incomplete intended situations with Butch Davis at the helm. It's really pulled everybody together. It's kind of them against the outsiders. And, boy, I tell you what, they have stayed focused despite the fact they're about 9 people short than they expected. Electrified high school football in this area.
Well, now it's time to put that Gatorade Circle of Champions winner award away, the Mr. Tennessee Football Back of the Year award away. It's time to move on into his college career, and here he gets his first opportunity.
Sean Sands, the ball carrier. He's an interesting story. First of all, he's the nephew of Michael Irvin, former Miami Hurricane, of course, and now the Dallas Cowboys. His brother, Tony Sands, is the all-time leading rusher at the University of Kansas, and Sean from Plantation, Florida, followed his brother and transferred from Kansas here to Memphis. And of course, he's a redshirt sophomore. First time he touched the ball last year as a receiver, scored a touchdown as a collegiate. That doesn't happen very often. Here's a look at Evans. He's still on his feet, scrambles around, throws it too tall over the hands of the young man who we're just referring to, Sean Sands.
Evans, a big kid, 6'4", around 6'4", 6'5", about 190 pounds. I mean, for a kid that's a freshman, true freshman coming out of high school, that had excellent size. Watching him at practice the other day, has a pretty good arm, can throw the ball extremely well, very mobile, quick, a lot of athletic ability.
Evans takes a snap, fires this one out, too tall. And that'll be a punting situation for Drew Paramore. We mentioned the fact earlier, the block punt really early in the third quarter. That changed the whole momentum of the game right there.
It really did. I mean, that gave Miami the ball on the 1-yard line. And I take my chances of scoring from there.
Magic Benton makes this reception of the punt and immediately goes down. Good coverage. Play and play a lot. And a good opportunity. And once again, even more pressure on the Memphis defense facing those fresh O-linemen. Number 21, James Jackson. He's another freshman, 5'11", 270 pounds prior to the arrival of Butch Davis. On the delay, Jackson, who we talked about, gets the carry.
They want to emphasize the run. They want to run about 60% two backs in their offensive sets, and that allows them to run the football, and they've done that today. Even without Ferguson, they've been able to run the football. And on the other side of the foot, scored a touchdown. So, you know, it has to look good for the coaching staff, but still you can't be satisfied with what's happened here this afternoon.
There's a punt and a high one. Carr had it, lost it, picks it back up.
Be safe. You know, right there you had the guys breathing down your throat and you almost lose it. I'm sure something will be said about that also.
14 seconds remaining in this one. 30-7, the Hurricanes. Evans scrambling and throwing. Complete to carry Cobb. And now they rule incomplete. They say that it was trapped by the redshirt senior out of Jackson, Tennessee. Kenton Evans, who with Damian Dotson really put this Memphis program in the right direction by making that commitment. I mean, these guys were recruited by Texas, UCLA, many of the top programs. Butch Davis, I was kidding him. I said, hey, with South Florida, you can recruit on a tank of gas. You don't have to even get any air flights. But, you know, of course, it's a national program. But, boy, the South Florida area, really the entire state of Florida, so many Division I football players come out each year. This will be the final play of the game, barring a penalty, and it's in and out of the hands of a Memphis Tiger, and the Miami Hurricanes pick up where they left off last year as Butch Davis had to fight off a real scrappy Tiger team of the University of Memphis as Rip Shear and Butch Davis get together at midfield. And the Miami Hurricanes now have won 8 straight going back to last season as they get the final count over the Tigers here in the Liberty Bowl, 30-7. Big day for the Miami offense after the special teams and defense really did a good job to put the game in position for the Hurricanes to really take control. And then that 9-minute and 53-second drive that was 19 plays, that just completely wore down. And